This is part 12 of building a camper van with no experience, and today I'm going to be making and installing these rear door cards on the rear doors of my van. I was using 5.5mm ply to go on the back doors here, so here I am just basically measuring where we need to cut and then putting the track saw on it. Borrowing this tool from my uncle has been an absolute game changer rather than having to try and keep a straight line with the jigsaw. And then we got the carpet from Coombe Valley Campers. And the reason I opted to not go for a full door card and actually just cut it into two pieces is because in the Peugeot boxes, Citroen Relays and the Fiat Ducatos, the bottom part of the left-hand side door, as you're looking at the van, has loads of electronics in there and basically cables and stuff to open the door. And also, if you need to get to it at any point, it's going to be really hard. You're going to have to take the whole door off. So I decided just to do it in two and use this bit as the first bit that goes at the bottom. So cut it all out, carpeted it, and yeah, you can kind of see here where I've gone for like the kind of half and half way of the top half and the bottom half of the door. The next part was then measuring out and cutting the same way again, but for the top part this time, so just measuring how wide the window is going to be and the radius and stuff as well for where we wanted the curves to be. Then double checked one more time the measurements were correct, and then went to town on the plywood with the jigsaw, making sure I stuck to the straight lines that I'd already made to make sure that the actual inserts for the window were straight, because I do tend to go a little bit ski with the jigsaw sometimes. So I was just making sure I was taking it nice and slow, wearing ear defenders because my ears have been ringing previously from cutting stuff. So health and safety first, guys. Always remember ear defenders and goggles as well, because this really can kind of go anywhere and you don't want to be losing your eyesight or your hearing. So got the last piece down and the cutout fell out, which actually left it looking pretty good. I was actually quite happy with myself and how it all looked and stuff. Once we had the cutout of the window done, it was then moving on to the actual blind itself that we got from IKEA. So these are the hop valves blinds. They do come with brackets because usually you'd obviously be putting it up to a wall, but because it's on a piece of ply, we have to modify it slightly. So I had a 25 by 50mm piece of batten that the bracket screwed onto. Just a minute ago, you saw me trying to shave it off just because it was a little bit too long and the blind wouldn't actually sit flush, but that's how it looked when we installed it all. We put a little bit of CT1 down the side, and then we can see here just underneath the wood there, as I'm spraying it, I did put a little bit of PVC trunking down the side, just so the blind kind of moves up and down in that, without it swinging back and forth, and just to make it a bit quieter when we're driving and everything like that as well. And it's actually been working out okay so far. So once I'd finished carpeting both door cards, this is how they looked at the very end.